Rise, renew, reconnect. Welcome to From the Ashes, a podcast where every episode ignites hope and healing. I'm your host, Valerie Huang Beck, and today's guest is Karms Fung, a cheerful, bright Hong Kong Australian who got the answer to her life's biggest question: what is the gateway to heaven? Midway through her 10 days of silent meditation. Discover the answer and her incredible journey of self-discovery in this fun conversation we had at a cafe in Amsterdam earlier this month. Enjoy this episode of From the Ashes.
And the fire in the darkest night, a phoenix burns. It's ready for flight. Shadows may come, try to tear you apart, but you're the flame.
Okay, so I'm here with Karms Fung from Australia. We've just met, so nice to meet you.
Yeah, totally nice to meet you.
Yeah, so we're just going to kind of dig into your story.
Go for it.
And so we're here at Mindvalley. And of course, so I was really curious to interview some people who have gone through some significant life changes. And so I know that you've gone through a few yourself.
Yeah,
Yeah. And that you've done at least one Vipassana
I have.
meditation.
Yes.
So let's start from that turning point of when you decided to do the meditation, what got you there? And then we'll take it from that story.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think for people, I don't know if everyone knows what Vipassana is, but it's
Right.
basically a 10-day silent, not so much retreat because it's like basic essential. So just beddings, no phone, no entertainment,
No
there's
eye
no
contact.
dinner, no eye contact. Yeah. And it's about 100 hours of meditation.
Yeah.
So I first knew about it from my dad. He actually meditates religiously for like the last decade or more. And I've always been someone that's not able to focus. Like I wouldn't sit still for like a few minutes. Like meditation was hard for me. And what happened was from doing my corporate life for the past 15 years, like I was a CPA and then doing the MBA and just really climbing the corporate ladder of success, like at least what society deemed success is. And for me, that was like money, status, position title, right?
Yeah.
And once I got to this point, I'm like, I don't know why I'm doing this. I just need to find meaning and purpose. When I exited corporate, Vipassana was one of the things I looked into, purely from the perspective of I don't know where to go.
Mm.
And if my dad could meditate for over a decade, every single day, day and night, and he's looking pretty young for his age, there's something there, right? So I decided to just give it a go. And my thought was, okay, I know I can't sit there for long, but I'm just going to go all in because what's 10 days out of 365 days of the year? I'm like, the best scenario is unknown.
Yeah.
The worst scenario is I waste 10 days of my life.
Yeah.
And I felt like that's a good enough trade. So yeah, I dived in. It was quite a weird experience for me. Like when you're there, I went in committed. I'm like, I'm going to do the 10 days. The first day that started was so hard.
Okay.
Sitting there was so hard for me. My back was struggling.
Mhm.
I couldn't sit. It was literally struggle town from physically, mentally. My brain was going crazy. I was having all sorts of like thoughts of like, what is this? Is this a call? Are they saying? Because I didn't understand what they were saying. It was like Balinese or something, right? So the language they were speaking, the parts where I didn't understand, I'm like, are they subliminally sending me messages? Like, am I going into like some weird ass cult where one day they're going to say some code and I'm going to go and turn into an assassin or do something weird, right? Like I was going like nuts with my thoughts. I'm like, no, you're watching too many movies. You're going crazy here. Surely this cannot be. So I was battling all of these in my head whilst physically, just aching everywhere.
Okay.
And after a while, it was like, just sheer willpower. Like, you said you wanted to do this thing, just freaking get through it.
Mhm.
First 3 days, it was pretty much like that. And the only comforting thing was I know you've done it. So it's like, at the end of the day, there's like the debrief session.
Yes.
That was so comforting. Like just to have that guide who seems to know exactly how you're feeling. He's like, congratulations, you made it for day one and your knees are probably aching. It's like, yes, that's me. It's like, how does this guy who's like recorded this thing for God knows how long, like 50 years ago or 70 years ago, I can't remember now. It's like,
maybe 100 years ago, right? Yes.
go anchor. It's like, how do you know how I'm feeling? That's exactly how I'm feeling. And that was comforting. Right. So every day it was like I was looking forward to the debrief session to make it through another day. I think by day 5 or 6, it was like there's like at the end of the tunnel, it was like you're already halfway through. You can get through this. And so many thoughts came up that I didn't expect. But one really, really important thing, which was like my whole life question was answered. Somewhere in this, like I think about day 6, which was, what is the gateway to heaven? That was my question for the longest time. And that's because my background, actually, I was raised as like Christian. So I was going to church regularly during my childhood. And then later I stopped going. But around uni time, I did on my own wanted to do this. So I did the whole Bible study thing, religiously went to church every Sunday until a point where it just didn't make sense to me. I was like, how is it that people that can do really bad things, but at the end of their life, they're like, oh, I'm going to repent all my sins. Like, God, please forgive me. And it's like, that's fine. It's like, this doesn't make sense to me. While someone's like, trying to be a good person and helping people and that kind of thing, I was like, it doesn't make sense. So this question was always in my head. And then during Vipassana, what I learned was it's not, God didn't need you to believe in Jesus. Like, yo, that's his son. Like, that's his son. He doesn't need you to go, oh yeah, Jesus is like, like my son. It's like, that doesn't make sense. It's like the believing in Jesus is like you believe what he stands for, which is love and compassion.
Yeah.
And with that, like, my mind was just like blown at that moment. I was sitting there and you can't talk. So I'm just like, oh my God, love and compassion is the answer. And so I finished this experience hopping out the other end with love and compassion, which was not what I expected. And like, I live in Sydney and it's a really hectic city. When we're in traffic, it's like people are beeping you the moment you're not going. Like, and it's like, I was just so chill when I came out of it. Like, I literally went and picked up like a hitchhiker. Like, it's like stuff I would never do. I was like, who is this person? Why would I do that? What about the danger? Why would you pick up a stranger? Like, all those, like, I just started doing things I normally would not do. And I was like, this love and compassion thing is just going to like backfire on me. But, I felt good. I felt like it was the right thing. So I was like, just had a lot more of that. And then when I was in traffic, I was like, so chill. I was like,
I remember
cut
that.
me off, it's fine. Probably like got a sick kid or something. There's something urgent. Like I was just so chill in life. And I started sharing this with my friends and they were like, oh yeah? Try talking to your mum and see if you're thirsty. Like, that's the real test. And I'm like, oh man, yeah, you're right. So I called my mom and see if she would like trigger me. Because one of the things was like, I kind of had a bit of a childhood. Like I felt like mom betrayed me in a way. We can talk about that. But so whenever I used to talk to my mom, it would like ruin my day. Like for the whole day after I talked to her. And after Vipassana, I spoke to her and I was like, no, I'm fine. So I tell my friend, I'm like, no, I'm still good. And she's like, what is this thing you did? So that was my experience.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So I have many questions. But yeah, let's take a look at leading up to it. Right? I know that you've been in corporate and then you decided not to go back. Is that true?
Yeah. I'm full-time doing my own business now.
And that was after doing the retreat? Or did it take
I already quit.
You had already
quit.
quit.
I went to Vipassana.
Okay. Wow. So you were like done and then started a new path. Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool.
And that was because when I quit, I thought I will figure out what I wanted to do really quickly. Because I read all these things where people are like, when you get so bored, answers are going to come. And it's like, yo, the answer's not coming. I was like waiting and doing these questions like, oh, like the typical questions people would say, like, what did you enjoy when you were like a child? Or like, what would you do if money was no object? Like, those things. It's like, I try to answer all those questions like, that purpose is not coming. And then it was like 2 years later, I'm like, come on, like, you cannot do this. Like, you're like a lost soul now for like way too long. When you were in corporate, at least you had discipline. Now you're just like not doing anything.
Yeah.
You're like, your brain is mush. This is not cool. We're not cool with this. I'm giving you an ultimatum. You don't figure out what you want to do in 2 years, we're going back to work. So I literally put that on myself. And during this 2 years was when I did do Vipassana and a lot of other things like Kundalini, crystal, whatever energy work. Like,
okay. So you were trying stuff up until this point.
Totally trying all sorts of stuff.
Okay. I want to ask about the love and compassion part. It's such a feeling, I think. It's like an internalized aha, right? Because it seems obvious sometimes that believing in the universe, Jesus, God, whatever it is, the powers, is about, for a lot of people, it's about believing in the concept, not in believing in the love and compassion and all of that. How do you describe that internal feeling of knowing?
Knowing love and compassion.
Yeah. Like when we were doing the meditation, how did that come to you?
I don't think I knew that until I literally watched myself doing stuff I would never do.
Okay.
Like I would see myself and I'll be like, nice to a stranger. And like, normally I'm not. Like, normally I would walk past someone and like, kind of like, don't care. But it's like, I just saw myself started to help people for no reason but help them. I was like, okay, why are you doing this? I'm like, I don't know. I feel good helping people. I'm going to keep doing it. So I was a project controller in my corporate life. So I just figured, hey, I'm pretty good at hitting my goals because at this point I hit my financial goal. That's why I was able to quit.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, something valuable I can share to the world. Maybe I don't know which way yet, like through a book, through a course, whatever it is. But it's like, there's something valuable because other people are still stuck at work.
Yeah.
I got out. Sure, I'm lost, but I got out. And so at this point, I'm like, I can help people hit their goals. Goals are just like projects to me.
Yeah.
They're like, it just has an outcome. What time frame do you want to do it? What's the priority? Low, medium, high? And there's just milestones.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty good at my goals. You guys want me to help you with your goal? I can give it a go. And I was just doing this for free for people. Yeah. And when I noticed I would do this, that's when I felt that's loving. What more is love and compassion but helping people from something that you've done and And when people started saying like these thank yous and sending me messages and like how much I've helped them, it's like I felt a lot more love myself by giving that love. And that's when I really started to feel the two-way of helping and receiving.
Okay, beautiful. We'll get to that in a second. Why do you feel, or according to like your experience of things, why do you feel that this message of love and compassion is so hard to grasp for people?
I think it's because we are taught to chase certain things because we are living in a material world. So most people will be aiming for like, I want the car, I want the house, I want the nice handbag, shoes, like designer clothes, so all of those things. And it's like, none of those things really matter. And I never really chase much of that. I chased for the functional stuff of that. So it's like, yeah, I wanted a car that I could get to from A to B. I wanted the house because that's a home.
Yeah.
In terms of clothes and stuff, like I've never been a person that spent a lot of money on those things. So had that awareness, but I saw a lot of people around me that spend a lot of money on things that I felt didn't matter. Whereas I spent a lot of my finance on, wanting the home and then wanting to save for an investment. And I noticed I just worked a little bit different. But when it comes to love and compassion, I also did not grasp this because I didn't feel it in my life. So my parents were divorced when I was 9. And my mum took me from Hong Kong to Australia, telling me that was a holiday.
Mm.
And this was the first holiday. And I was so excited, getting on the plane for the first time, packed our luggages. She allowed us to buy any luggage. She took us shopping. You can have any luggage you want. I was like, oh my God, is my mom crazy? She never does this. And I picked the biggest luggage, packed all my stuff, was super excited. And then when we landed, she was just having conversations with adults, like that I don't know. They're just strangers to me. But they were like her side of the family.
Okay.
And then we weren't doing anything fun in the first few days in this really huge house, like the biggest house I've ever seen in my life. Because Hong Kong is all apartments, small places, and then I'm in Australia in this huge house with many people. I have no idea who they are. Super scared. I'm just hiding behind my mum when I can, when she's not talking to me. But then, 3 days in, she told us, I'm leaving in 3 days.
Okay.
So be good. And be obedient. I was like, what the heck is she dropping on us? Like, I didn't even have the voice to ask or question. Like, I was just so shocked. And I didn't even cry, didn't scream, do anything. I literally just watched her walk out the door. Didn't look back, just closed the door. Yeah, that was it. So, I didn't feel the love. And being in Australia, being stuck with like her mum and her siblings was really hard. They didn't treat us with love. An example of that is like, firstly, school was really difficult already. New life, didn't know English. People were picking on me. I'm the only Asian in class, in that school, really. There was like another Asian person, but they like born in Australia. So they were just an Aussie. And I'm just like this awkward person with a boy cut. They couldn't even tell my gender. Couldn't speak English. And then, like everyone was picking on me. And then like in Hong Kong, I was like pretty tall, fast, and I felt good. Like my self-esteem felt good.
Yeah.
I came to Australia, I'm like, I'm so short, I'm so slow. I could not even run the oval because there's just no room in Hong Kong. Like, that's not a thing you do. You can't run. You actually get penalized. You get smacked at school. You get sent to the principal's office and they will actually hit you with a ruler, like thick, and your skin can like peel up. Like, you cannot run in Hong Kong. So it's like, everything was different. School was terrible and home was terrible. Like, they treated us like little sort of maids and they would laugh about it too. It's like, oh, look, we've got you guys to like as little slave. We can get you to do whatever we wanted. And coming back from school one day, I went to reach for like this apple at the fruit bowl in the kitchen and my grandma just point blank like yelled at me. Like, I felt her gaze just looking at me like a death stare. And then she said, don't touch it. You haven't paid for it. I was like, oh my God, like, what is happening? Why would my mum leave me here? Who are these people? Like, aren't we relatives? Are we not like blood related? Why would you talk to your granddaughter like that? I just could not fathom what was happening. I was like frozen. Literally, my feet were like frozen. I couldn't even walk away, And it felt like an electric shock like fully hit me at that time. And that was the moment I vowed to myself, I'm like, when I am older, I will be successful. I will make my money and no one will talk to me like this ever. Yeah. So I think that was like the experience that was like, this is not love. You guys don't even know what being a family means. If I ever have my own family, in the future, it's like, that is not the way I would treat people and money will never be a thing.
Okay. And that's what led you kind of down that corporate.
That's what led me to corporate. Like, I just literally, when I had to pick my decision for uni, I flipped to the statistics book. Like, it was just a practical choice.
Yeah.
Which one subject is going to give me the quickest time to get out, like the fastest degree with the maximum amount of money?
Yeah.
It's like, well, doctors for like 10 years. I'm not doing that. Architecture was 6. Like 5 years plus 1 year prac, something like that's a long time. That's like twice the amount of a business degree. Like, business degree, 3 years, you get out, you make money right away. statistics says like most people got promoted by year 3. You could get a pretty good salary by year 5, no matter if the economy is good or bad. They still need a candidate. I'm like, that's a no-brainer. I'm picking that. Just did it. Like, I didn't like it,
Right.
but I did it. And I was able to get decent scores because it just mattered to me.
Yeah.
Did not miss a lecture ever in my life. I missed one in the whole 3 years, just one class. And that was because Lord of the Rings was on. And I started bumping into a whole group of friends and they were all going. They're like, are you coming? I'm like, oh, I got class. And they're like, yeah, come. And I was like, for once. Okay. That was the only time I did not attend the class. But yeah, I like religiously went to all the class, all the tunes, even before uni finished, the semester before, already secured my job. And like a really, like a much more higher paying role, like ready to tackle the war and make money. Like, and then I just didn't look back. Like, I was literally the person that was like, how am I going to get more pay, promotion, just excel and grow as quickly as possible, make the money, get out. Yeah.
Okay. This is a really great story and a really good example of like sometimes to survive, you know, we become a certain way. We choose certain things that allow us to be successful, at least in the angle of that survival, right?
Yes, totally.
And then at some point, the paradigm kind of breaks or shifts.
Yes.
And so now you're a completely different person.
Completely different. Like, people that knew me in corporate don't even really recognize me. Like they're like, who is this person? Like, you were not this person in the office. Like, I didn't even know there's this version of you.
So how did you heal the part of you that needed that type of success? You know,
The type of success in
like the monetary.
world?
Yes. Because like
that's not healing.
Okay.
That's sheer willpower.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's the difference. Like, you can succeed through pain, and you're using pain to drive your success. It's like, it's so painful that it burns. You'll do whatever it takes to get out of that situation. That's possible. That's willpower, right? And the other side of that is like, you're actually going in flow for something you enjoy for real, authentically.
Yeah.
Not out of pain, but out of, I'm not even sure if it's necessary pleasure, but it's more like a purpose.
Alignment.
Alignment of purpose, and you do it. And that gives you a lot of energy because that's naturally what you enjoy. Yeah. So my worldly success through pain.
Yeah. Well,
and it will burn you at some point.
Well, that's my question is but it's so strong because that need to survive is so strong, right? So people get really stuck in that paradigm.
Yeah.
And it's really hard for them to get out.
Yes.
Because it's kind of like your way of being. That's all you've known for up until a certain point, right?
Yeah.
So how did you, like, what was the willpower that allowed you to step out of it? Was it just so much pain that you were just like undone? And like, did you face that need to have that success again once you left and did your meditation and all of that? Like, did you have to fight yourself a little bit, or
the willpower to get out of that? This may not be for everyone, but for me, it was reaching a point where I think of this as your freedom point. So, and this will be different for everyone. It's like, how much money do you need to sustain the lifestyle that you want and you're happy with that? So how much money is that? Because at this point, once you reach this point, you have options. Some people will get to this point, but they will just waste money on buying stuff they don't need when they can have freedom. Right?
Yeah.
Because it's like, you can drive a Toyota. You didn't need to buy the Porsche.
Yeah.
But you're deciding to stay at, for whatever facade you're trying to create.
Yeah.
When you can actually choose freedom. I think people get stuck in this, whereas I didn't see this. It was just like, how much money do I need to get out, to get to the lifestyle, to have freedom that I want, so that I can actually find the thing I want in life, which I have no idea. I always, before I arrived where I am now, I was slightly envious, but probably more curious than envious of, does it even exist that people can get paid doing what they love? It's like, is it even a thing? Or is it just a false dream kind of thing? And when I speak to all sorts of people and I observe them, I always felt that's not even a possible option.
Yeah.
I just felt like work is grind, is hard work, and you just do it as a responsible adult.
Right.
So I accepted that fate.
Yeah.
That's just what you do when you grow up. And so for me to get out, it was like, but maybe it's just a slither of hope. Just maybe it's possible. Like, how do you really know?
Yes.
Unless you try. So I actually just questioned myself, well, how much money do I need to make for that to happen? And if I could make that freedom point amount, which was like, hey, you just need to find a way to make enough income that can cover your expense, then you're free.
Yeah.
So just don't waste money on dumb shit. Just how do you make enough money to cover all your expenses? So I had that amount. I knew what it was. I was very clear I knew what it was. I got there by 34. So I'm like, I'm going to quit corporate because I felt like now it's at no risk. At least no financial risk. That was a big important point to me because I'm like, what you need is shelter, food.
Yeah.
Right? And if I have that, if I cover that, I'm good.
Yes.
And I know like my own point with lifestyle was just like, hey, I don't need designer clothes. I enjoy going on holidays and have experiences and being able to pay for the activities that I love to do. And I could afford those. So it's like, this is the lifestyle I'm happy with. Okay, I can quit now. That's when the new chapter began, right? Like when I quit, I was like, I felt like I won the lottery. It's like, holy shit, you made it.
Yeah.
I made it. How is that even possible? No, there's got to be something I missed.
Yeah.
And I just felt like there was something, I must be missing something because if it was that easy, why is everyone not doing it? Why is everyone at work? Like, yo, I'm 34. That's like 30 years before normal retirement time. It's like, no, like I either like somehow hit the jackpot or like there's something I didn't take into account. Like, and just like, so I got home with like this weird mix of feelings like, do I celebrate? Or like, did I just like totally effed up? And something's going to come at me. And so I like sat there kind of waiting for this like moment. I even had champagne at this point. I didn't even like champagne. So I bought champagne. I'm sitting by myself, like in my house in like a really quiet suburban area. And I popped the champagne, which like almost feels like a mockery.
Yeah.
Like I popped it. I don't know why. I don't like champagne, but that's what society do. Like champagne seems like a celebration thing you do.
Right.
I pour myself this like champagne in a champagne glass. I'm just watching this bubble that was just like, yeah, literally just felt like it's laughing at. I was like, I don't understand. I got drink and sipping this thing. I'm like, it's just a bitter liquid that I don't even enjoy. But okay. Cheers to me. And I put it down, just feeling really dark. And I'm expecting like some happiness or love to descend upon me or something. And it didn't come. And I was like, wait. I effed up. I'm like, all my life, I chased this success life that I thought I wanted. No one made me do it either. That was the thing. I made every choice. My parents didn't grill me. They didn't say, go study this, study that, They didn't do that to me. They like just left me on my own. And I did it to myself. I was the person that was like studying really hard, chasing for this success life. Like I was the person that was working full-time and studying my CPA. I was the person that's doing full-time and studying my MBA and trying to gain an edge on people to get the pay and all of that. It's like, why did I do all this? For what reason? And I felt like I just fell into the biggest lie of society. I'm like, oh my God, this is not success. Like, I don't feel happy. Where did I go wrong? Where did I go wrong now that I have a choice to do anything I want and I don't even know what that is? Yeah, that hit really bad. I actually had an existential crisis. I fell into a dark hole. That's why I just feel like you can chase success through willpower, through pain, but it'll come back and bite your ass. Like, and it's painful. It's a painful experience.
So now that you have a new life, you're running your own business and all of that, and you're now, what I would say is like not chasing fulfillment, but you're on the path of fulfillment, right? Yeah. What are you doing now? And how do you live your life now? What are the principles that you live by?
Freedom has always been like on the top of my like value system. And this is both good and bad. In that freedom, the meaning is like, I want to have the life to do whatever I want. And so sometimes this could mean like, hey, I'm just going to sleep till 11 o'clock and not wake up,
Yeah.
And that's not great for business purposes. However, I've kind of dropped all of this now. And so my life typically is around doing some one-on-one coaching, doing some group coaching to help other people find their strength so they can monetize it. And when they realize they can do this, it gives them the possible out to their current work. So my formula is like, you make your first income, that will break your mind. Because it's like, somebody online somewhere will pay me for my service. That's a crazy thing to feel, like that very first payment. And once you realize someone will pay you for something you didn't even realize they will pay you for, then your world really opens up. And when you can make 60% of this, of what your current day job is, you can quit for sure with no risk. Because you just know you have more time, you can make this work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so there's freedom and you're helping other people find that freedom.
Yeah.
What are other core values of yours that you're like, you really want to live by for the rest of your life and also maybe help other people with?
Connections is really big for me. So freedom, connections. And then it fluctuates a little bit, the values. But yeah, those two are like my core at the moment. And I'm always investing in my own growth. And this actually stems from all through my corporate life. So it's like every interview in my mind, I always thought, well, how am I going to be better than other people for them to hire me, right? The edge. So it was always like, okay, what do I need to do to be better? And I always have this like model in my own head that's like the Kaizen. It's like continuous improvement. So, and I actually live by it. So yeah, in an interview, I would tell the interviewer this, that I'm someone that will be continuously improving. So if you hire me, it's like, I won't just do the job description. I will go beyond that because that's just who I am. So you'll see improvement in other things when I know, what I can, what sort of things I can pull to help the company for your own goal. And I do this in my own life. Yeah. So no matter at which point, I'm always like, okay, well, what's the next thing for me, for myself to grow?
Okay. All right. So we're going to wrap up with probably a last question. And that is, what is one thing that still challenges you that you're working on?
That's challenging me right now?
Yeah.
Public speaking in person.
Okay.
So I think there's a difference. So public speaking to people, it means different things, right? So for me, showing up on videos, really easy. I have no problem filming stuff, going on camera. Even virtually running event, totally fine. Talking to really high profile people, totally fine. I can invite people into events virtually. I meet them in person. It's those things are all good for me. I find in-person events challenge at this point in my life, and that's what I'm working on this year. So because of that, I'm actually doing a free MBU a session right now, for the community, because I'm like, this is going to be one of the things I'm breaking through myself whilst I'm helping the others break through at the same time.
Beautiful. And what is that event on? What is the topic?
Timeline therapy. So this is about going to a root cause of releasing negative emotion in order to live the life you want now and bring it to the future. Yeah. So letting go of any baggages. And when people finish it, they'll literally feel lighter, like physically feel lighter, mentally feel lighter.
Amazing.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Well, thank you, Karms, for being with me today. It's been really fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nice
Thank
to
you
meet
for having me.
Thank you.
Soar to the sky.
Thanks for tuning in to From the Ashes. If this episode sparked something in you, I want you to know your evolution matters, and we're rooting for you all the way. For coaching, community, and resources to help you rise into your full potential, visit intrepidwellness.life and check out what we have to offer. If you love the episode, please leave a comment, share it with a friend, or tag me on Instagram at intrepidwellness.val, because I'd love to hear what resonated for you. Until next time, keep rising.